Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're back on Twitter taking a look at a different account today. This is LCS Spring Leaks, a new account that has kind of been popping up in the Twitter rumor and discussion game. We're going to be talking about big news out of the LCS, talking about CLOUD9 more specifically in this video. But before we get into this one, I should mention real quick, we have a Christmas $25 RP giveaway going on right now. It's going to be the first link in the description below. The channel's been doing really well recently, a ton of new subscribers, viewers, great interaction on all the videos. So I want to give back to one of you guys, give one of you guys a nice little Christmas gift again of $25 of RP. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out that first link in the description, get signed up, get your daily entries, all that good stuff. And yeah, just thank you once again for everything you guys have been doing recently. But getting into this one, this rumor is that Tanner Damonte is currently in talks with CLOUD9 to place their starting mid laner for the 2021 season. Now again, this is all rumors and speculation. Free agency doesn't start for like another 2 weeks. This is not confirmed. This is not even necessarily accurate. You know, everyone still has a lot of debate and back and forth if these Twitter accounts even have any idea what they're talking about. But this Twitter account did tweet yesterday that Flame was in talks with TSM, and this was before anyone even knew that Flame was going to be like a free agent. Now, like today, you have the popular Reddit thread about Flame. So I do give this account a little bit more credibility because they were tweeting about Flame being a free agent and being interested in leaving Damonte Gaming before I heard anybody else. So I do think this Twitter account could potentially be legit. So I do at least think this is interesting. Also, this does line up with some of the other things we've heard from CLOUD9. We've heard CLOUD9 rumors that Nisqy is not guaranteed to be the starter for 2021. There has been some rumors that him and palafox were going back and forth, scrimming with the main team, and that they were going to try both of them out and then decide who they thought was better and keep the better one and maybe replace the other one. Maybe if they decide for palafox there, they could want to keep palafox in academy for a little bit longer and maybe have Damonte start out as the starter. But then obviously if they decide to keep Nisqy, they would probably sell off palafox to another team because palafox is going to get some decent offers because he's been very good in academy. But what a lot of people are saying is that this doesn't make sense because Damonte is a downgrade from Nisqy, and I think that's up for debate. One, I think Nisqy, I'm not a big Nisqy fan. I think Nisqy's one of the most overrated players in all of the LCS. I think he has looked very good playing on, in the spring split and headed into summer, the best team in the LCS. I think he's had amazing junglers. Obviously, Blabber, I think, is one of the best jungle talents in North America. And Cloud9 was just so dominant, it was not difficult for Nisqy to look very good. I think Nisqy does play a disgusting Zoe. I think he's very good at that. But other than that, I think Nisqy's a very middling to maybe even some days below average mid laner. And I think when Cloud9 struggled at Worlds last year, struggled in summer and in the summer playoffs this year, I think their mid lane play looked very weak, and I think Nisqy was very suspect. Now you have a new coach coming in Reignover, who maybe he's not a big fan of Nisqy. Maybe he doesn't like Nisqy. Maybe he thinks Nisqy is a problem. A new coach can come in and they can think whatever they want, and they can have plans and a play style and all this stuff in place for the team. Where Nisqy is more of that roaming style mid laner. He's not the lane dominant. He's not that kind of resource heavy mid laner. Not that Damonte is either, but I don't necessarily think that. Just because Cloud9 had Nisqy and Nisqy looked good before in the eyes of some people, there is some people that are definitely skeptical about Nisqy and not as high as a lot of people are. The other weird part is if C9 goes with a resident mid laner, then a lot of people are asking, are they going to import another position? But in my opinion, no. They already said Fudge is going to be the top laner. They're not replacing Blabber. They're not replacing Vulcan. And they already have an import at 80 carry. So they would just have an open import slot, which isn't the end of the world. And teams have done that before. But people would just kind of be questioning about that. I don't necessarily think you need to use an import slot just for the sake of using it, especially if you don't even think Nisqy is that good. And yeah, Damonte has had times of looking very good in the LCS, but he's also had times of looking just very average to even below average at times too. He's had, yeah, just high highs and high lows. He's a very volatile player, and at times he looks honestly really bad. But again, in my opinion, Nisqy has had times of looking really bad as well. So to me, I wouldn't be as shocked if Cloud9 decides to go with Damonte as some other people would, but I know a lot of people in the scene are going to be flaming and saying, oh, Cloud9 lost the offseason, and why would you downgrade from Nisqy, blah, blah, just because Cloud9 had that very good spring split, and Nisqy looked really good, and they all had insane stats. But again, it's a team game, and the players on the best teams put up the best stats, even if they're not necessarily the best. So sometimes it can make you be a little bit overrated. And in my opinion, that's what's happened with Nisqy a lot. Because again, last year at Worlds, Nisqy got hard exposed. In summer split and summer playoffs, I think Nisqy got hard exposed again. I'm not a huge fan of his, and I don't think he's the long-term solution for Cloud9. So I think potentially investing in Damonte or palafox would not be the end of the world. I still think the most likely answer for them is palafox, but again, this account tweeting out that Damonte might be the answer for Cloud9. I don't know. I think it would be really, really interesting. And I'm sure they could get him for cheap too, so it probably wouldn't even be that much of a risk for C9 because again, they're coming off a season where they didn't even make it to Worlds, as good as their spring was and everything. But that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Just the latest news and rumors going around the LCS. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this? Do you think this is just a crazy rumor and this guy is insane? Or do you think that Damonte could actually be going to C9? And do you think it'd be a good move for C9? Do you think it'd be a good move for Damonte? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Again, check out the link in the description below. $25 worth of RP. Giving it away on Christmas Day. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.